Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I want to show you how to make Sochniki. It's a very popular pastry in Russia. As a matter of fact, every single student cafeteria will have those. And it's a scone-like texture dough filled with tvorog, which is a farmer's cheese. And they're extremely fluffy and delicious, buttery, and very easy to make. So let's get started. For the dough, you will need 300 grams of flour, 125 grams of softened butter, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt. You're gonna need 1 tablespoon of sugar and 75 grams of sour cream. For the filling, you're gonna need 450 grams of tvorog, which is farmer's cheese, 1 egg yolk, 1 tablespoon of sour cream, 1 tablespoon of flour, 1 teaspoon of vanilla powder, and a zest of 1 lemon, or I am using a dry lemon peel. We're gonna start by creaming the softened butter with sugar. And just use the hand mixer and then just mix it until it's all creamy and the sugar has dissolved. To that mixture, we're gonna add 1 egg and cream it all together so all the ingredients are combined. This process will take a couple minutes until everything is nice and creamy, and at this point we're gonna add the sour cream and we're gonna cream those together until everything is nice and smooth, and this way we're gonna have our wet ingredients done. For the dry ingredients, we're going to add salt and baking powder to our flour, and we're going to mix those together. And what I just noticed, guys, I have a little flour petal in my flour. Well, somebody is going to get a surprise in their pastry. In one sweep, add all your dry ingredients to your wet ingredients. And on a very low speed of a mixer, we're going to mix those until very crumbly consistency for just 1 minute. And after that, we're going to continue mixing our dough by hand. Now, the key in making this pastry is not overmix your dough, because if you're going to overmix it, the gluten is going to start forming and your pastry is not going to be very flaky and fluffy. So at this point, we're going to stop. We're going to form a ball, and we're going to cover it with a plastic wrap and refrigerate it for about an hour. 10 minutes before your dough is ready to come out, we're gonna start making our filling. And this is tvorog, guys. This is farmer's cheese, and not to be confused with ricotta cheese. Farmer's cheese is a little bit different, and it doesn't contain a lot of moisture like ricotta cheese or cottage cheese. So I would strongly advise for you not to use those instead. So just go to the Russian store and buy tvorog. To our tvorog, we're going to add some vanilla and we're going to add some lemon zest, also egg yolk and our sour cream. And then we're going to mix those together, and also we're going to add 1 tablespoon of flour. If your filling is too watery, you can add more than 1 tablespoon of flour, but I would suggest not to. Otherwise, your filling is not going to taste like farmer's cheese. It's just going to taste like dough. So we're just going to use the fork to mix our filling, and it's done. Then we're going to lightly dust with flour our table surface or a silicone mat. And as you can see, our dough has firmed up. And so we need to form it into a log. You're just going to give it a little mix and try to form it into a log. This way it will be easier for us to divide it into little pieces. Out of this amount of dough, I'm planning to make 10 pastries. In the commercial kitchens, of course, they're going to weight the dough, make sure that the portions are all equal. But if you're making it at home, it doesn't matter if you get 1 big one, 1 small one. Who is going to care? Then we need to roll each piece into oblong shape. And using the rolling pin, just try to shape it as an oblong, maybe 1/4 of an inch thick. If you roll it out too thin, it won't be able to hold all this filling. And then if you want to be fancy, you can use this knife to create like a scallop edge, but I've decided not to because it's going to create a lot of waste on my dough. And I want to use all this dough to make all my 10 pastries. Then you're going to put a tablespoonful of that filling and you're simply going to lay that dough on top of it, and you're just going to pinch the ends, and your Sochniki is ready. And kind of looks like scallops, like it's a little shell that holds something in there, maybe like a pearl or something. And we're gonna lay them on the lined baking sheet, and they're ready to go in the oven. Except one thing, we have to make a liquid that we're gonna brush our Sochnikis with. We're gonna use 1 egg yolk and just a splash of milk. And with that liquid, we're gonna brush them. First, we're gonna brush them on top. That's gonna give them a very beautiful brownish color after they've been baked. And besides that, we need to brush our filling too, because our filling has to brown up too. Bake your Sochniki at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 25 minutes. And when they come out, look at this, so beautiful. Then you're just gonna dust them with a little bit of powdered sugar. It's gonna give them a very beautiful appearance. And look at this, is absolutely beautiful. Then of course you can enjoy one. Yes, you can, with a cup of tea. And if you open into one, look at this. Look at this filling, look at this dough. It's flaky, it's buttery, it's simply delicious. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye.